So you finally made it, you got your AR-10 built, it's range ready, and now it's off to the range to find out how badly you screwed it all up. But really, after we slap on an optic, a couple of performance enhancing accessories, the sexy ones, it's time to throw on your best OSHA approved safety squint and get your AR-10 singing. Today we'll do just that. Let's talk AR-10 optics, accessories, and how to adjust your buffer weight and gas block out on the range to get your brass flying at that ideal 3 o'clock position. Hey guys, Randy here with AT3Tactical.com with the final episode, numeral 5, in our Ultimate AR-10 Builder's Guide. This one hits a little bit on AR-10 optics and accessories that might improve you or your AR-10's function and performance, but most importantly, we're taking this super secret, super sniper giveaway build out to the range for a functions check before it goes in one of your guys' hands, and most importantly, walking through buffer weight adjustments, adjustable gas block settings, how to dial it all in to get your AR reliably and consistently chewing through your savings account in 308, 65 Creed, 762, 243 ammo. Let's talk AR-10 optics first, because a lot of us are going to be in the same boat, which is some sort of magnified optic, like our AT3 prototype first focal plane 6-24 by 50 millimeter scope that we slapped on the AR-10 giveaway build. These AR-10s are going to reach out and touch something regardless. So non-magnified optics just don't seem practical here. To that point though, LPVOs with a no zoom, non-magnified setting, but zoom up to 10x maybe, that's probably going to speak to some of you running and gunning heavy class competitors and that mission. Hunters, in your secret squirrel long-range steel snipers, scopes is your game. Probably much similar to this one, at 5-20, 6-24. They will get the job done for more than 80% of us. Also means lighter on the old billfold for those scopes. When you decide to get serious, there are 10 to 50 by 60 millimeter optics of the world, but they definitely cost more than this entire build. As for the whole mechanics and the physics behind magnified optics, if you want to jump right to that section in our roughly 40-minute AR optics Bible episode, it's right around that 22-minute mark, and I'll leave the link below. Moving on to AR-10 accessories that actually provide an improvement to you or your AR-10's functionality performance. Bipods, likely a yes for those of you not lugging your rifle around for any meaningful amount of distance, like the back of my truck. You bet your ace, that's how I roll. Really though, sandbags are always going to be a great investment, like the Caldwell tactical deadshot bags that we started using. Hot tip here though. They come filled to the brim, so get your soak kit ready, drain a little bit out to make them soft. Slings are another must-have for tromping around the terrain with a 12-pounder like the giveaway rifle here. Probably not the mission for this specific guy, but you know who you are if you're in this department. For me, when it comes to slings and heavy rifles, wider is better, also padded, which is why Magpul's MS-1 padded sling is just kind of my default right now when it comes to bigger, heavier setups. So what's left for meaningful AR-10 accessories? Grip and stops could definitely be a help in certain situations. Maybe a little angled foregrip or foregrip to help you pull that stock deep into your shoulder pocket. It might also help give you a stopping or index point if you need a fast and stable shot. I think of a tree branch on the move while my dream buck is trotting off the field. Also for me, extra grip always goes a long way for your hands. My go-to, and actually our go-to around the office here lately, these Bravo Company M-Lock compatible rail covers. Low profile, super grippy. Best part, I've cut them to fit with a razor blade, very clean. Other gizmos and gadgets or accessories that you can slap on here, it's up to you to decide if those are mission critical to your AR-10. All right, guys, we're out here on the range. Some of the tools and gear that you'll need to dial in your ejection pattern for your new AR-10 build. Range bag, of course. I've got one over here, not fully put together yet, but we will come back and do videos for those. Also going to need some targets, a stapler. I also like to keep one or two of multi-tools, like these Real Avid multi-tools. I'm pretty sure that any adjustability on this AR-10 can be done that I need to out here with these. You're also going to need the right size tools, the tools that came with some of your adjustables. Like Aero Precision has a very long Allen wrench, and my Odinworks adjustable buffer weight takes this nearly 8-10 millimeter Allen wrench here. Make sure you bring those too. Beyond that, of course, ammo, mags. I'm running a couple different grains, a couple different cartridge loads out here today. Also going to need some CLP, maybe a cleaning rag. Actually, these Remington oil wipes, slightly impregnated oil ones, I found those the other day. I really like them. So something to clean up the carbon mess, also something to first lube your rifle before you shoot. You're also going to need to put your optic on. Doesn't have to be sighted in, obviously, because we're out here getting a functions check first before we sight in. But I do have the AT3 prototype scope here mounted and balanced so that when I do get the rifle singing, I can now dial it in. All right, let's do it. I got my Odinworks adjustable buffer set to as close as that sort of standard 3.8 ounce carbine AR-10 buffer weight. I'm running at 3.9 with the aluminum, the little rubber piece, and then the steel inserts on that Odinworks adjustable. That's going to do it for the buffer weight now. Let's move on to gas, really where all the adjustments are going to come from. This could get a little tricky depending on the gas block that you chose. We have the Aero Precision adjustable AR-10 gas block on this one. Still has yet to win me over. The clicks aren't as clicky as I'd like them to be. Makes it a little hard to count, but we drive on and we stay motivated. First thing I'm going to do is close the gas block down all the way. And that means no gas or hardly any gas is going to make it to the BCG, effectively just turning this thing into a single one-shot pea shooter. And remember here, we're taking your AR-10's V card with the first round. So one round at a time. The very first thing we're going to do is find out if it can pass test number one. Does it even fire a round? Because the gas was closed all the way down, you should find that your BCG didn't even move. Maybe moved slightly or at all, but that is where the starting point is. Now we're going to continue to test one round at a time. We're not looking at ejection pattern yet. We're actually just here to make sure right now that it cycles, it will grab another round, and when the magazine is empty, it will stay locked back to the rear. All right, let's start adjusting. So first thing I'm going to do is go by 5 clicks at a time. That'll get me some of the way there, but not so much that I go past what my ideal setting is. In which case, I'm going to back off the gas block 5 clicks, and then we'll shoot another round. As you can see, it's sort of coming back now, but not fully. So we're going to do another 5 clicks, shoot another round. Now it looks like we're getting really close, so I'm going to dial it back to 2 adjustment clicks per round until we at least see brass ejecting. After those clicks, we're now seeing a full ejection of the brass, but not the bolt holding open at the very end. So we'll go a couple more until we achieve that. Actually, guys, that's really all it took. And now with the right amount of gas for that buffer weight, that 3.9, 3.8 ounce buffer weight that I have, we are actually ejecting right at the 3 o'clock, which is right where we wanted to be. But that's not the end of it, because as we know with buffer weights, I can add more weight to help reduce some of that felt recoil. But what that means is I need to go back and adjust my gas block accordingly. To that point, when you guys decide to put a quiet can on the tip of your AR-10, same thing applies here. Go through the same process, but now you know how to do it, and it's really quick and simple. As for our super secret, super sniper giveaway rifle, the next person to run rounds through this is probably going to be one of you, because this is the last time to get in on the giveaway. It ends this Friday. Hold on, wait a minute. That's not true. We are extending this giveaway for one more week. Guys, this is your best chance to get a free AR-10 on us. You watched us build it. You just watched us go fire the dang thing. It is certified gong banger, and you have one more week after today to get in. This is probably the easiest way to get into a free rifle. Right now, go over to the Knowledge Center, link down below, get signed up. Good luck. Now it's time for you to walk this thing on paper, and don't worry, now that we have this beautiful facility out here at the Minnetonka Fish and Game Club, we will be coming back to teach you how to shoot iron sights, how to red dots, magnifiers, LPVOs, scopes, and in the meantime, why don't you check out our 40-minute optics episode. It's right over here. Get your popcorn ready. It's a long one. We'll see you there.